Joel, what do you got?
The number is 9,600 square feet.
9,600 square feet. That would be a big house.
Bigger than my home.
It's bigger than my home. My home's big.
It's the home that a developer said that he might build on the property behind Mark Zuckerberg's property.
With a wonderful view of Mark Zuckerberg's bedroom.
Yeah, he didn't actually tell Mark Zuckerberg that he would be looking into his bedroom, but emails produced in the case that we're talking about indicate that that's what was going to happen.
The story, really briefly, is a guy buys a house right behind Mark Zuckerberg's recently purchased house, and then sends him an email and says, you know what, as a favor to you, neighbor, at twice what I paid, I'll let you buy some of that property so I can't see into your backyard when I build my new McMansion. Yeah,
a piece of the property, a kind of a buffer to afford him the privacy that he thinks he deserves. The two negotiated. There's some kind of dispute about what that negotiation is about, but in the end, Mark Zuckerberg bought the entire property.
And yet this guy says that Mark didn't do what he said he was going to do.
He didn't make good on he claims that Mark Zuckerberg didn't make good on a kind of a critical piece of the deal, which is an unwritten, spoken agreement to introduce this developer to some of Mark Zuckerberg's contacts. Business contacts, friends. It's not exactly clear who those people would be, but that's the part that he didn't do, and that's the kind of core of the dispute.
Mr. Kudrowski, your take?
It's easy to sort of look at this and sort of feel an awful lot of Schadenfreude and say, privacy, not making connections. These are all things that, Mark maybe some people would feel good about having had happen. But you know what? I just find this kind of predatory stuff just depressing, and it's what people don't realize is how widespread it is. The instant someone has an exit in the tech industry, people like this literally fall out of trees and out of your backyard with all kinds of claims and showing up and trying to find some usurious path to end up with a claim against you. And it's really awful, and it's just getting worse because of how much more visibility these people have. So, you may not be sympathetic to Mark in general, but this specific story is just the tip of an iceberg. It's really awful right now.
It does sound like you've got a litigious guy who's just trying to get into his wallet, but could it be more than that,
yeah.
Paul, real quick?
No, I don't think so. I think a loose claim or a loose promise was, likely made, and as a result, now this guy feels like he has an edge and he's prepared to exploit it to the max.